Hey guys, how's it going? Vytera here. Today we received some new news from Bandai Namco regarding their mobile release, Tales of Crestoria, but before we jump into that, I first gotta finish this protein shake, so give me just a second. Alright, well, now that that's been downed, let's go ahead and jump into the Tales of Crestoria news that Bandai Namco dropped this morning. But before we do that, be sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell button so that you can receive notifications of when new anime and Japanese gaming related content goes live on the channel next. So on the morning of December 14th, 2019, Bandai Namco released two important pieces of media for their upcoming mobile release, Tales of Crestoria. The first one was a new piece of key art, and let me say that this key art looks so clean. In the center you can see the characters that we've already been introduced to, but in the left corner and the right corner respectively, you see the two administrators of World Order that were introduced to us, ironically enough, the same day that they announced that this game was going to be delayed. And in the bottom right corner, you see three familiar Tales of faces, namely Leon, who just looks so ready to get into the action here with his hand on the hilt of his sword. And then you have Mila from Tales of Misella, who just doesn't really seem to care about much at all. And then you got Luke Fonfabra from Tales of the Abyss, a very familiar face, and look at him, he is just so ready to take on the challenges that he will encounter in Tales of Crestoria. I should also mention that, as you can see, we're getting the long-haired version of Luke, so you know that we're getting the ass version of Luke in this game. Now, I really want you guys to take a look at this key art. Look at how well it was made. And then think about all of the videos that they've released so far as well, and think about how polished this game looks, especially on the aesthetic side. Man, Bandai Namco really is pulling all of the stops for this mobile game. I haven't seen a mobile game have this hard of a marketing push ever since Fire Emblem Heroes, and we all know that Fire Emblem Heroes went really well in the eyes of both fans and new players. But man, Bandai Namco really is treating this almost like a full-on Tales of console release. So that makes me even more excited to see what it is that Bandai Namco has in store for us with this upcoming title. But not only did Bandai Namco release this very important piece of key art, but today they also released a brand new video that they are calling Tales of Crestoria's Game Introduction Movie. And on social media they say that this video is going to introduce more of the story, more of the characters, and more of the battle system, specifically the summoning system that this game will be using. And if you guys haven't seen it, be sure to check out my latest video of Tales of Crestoria that talks a little bit about my concerns for the game. And you guys remember that one of the concerns that I had is for the battle system. But with this new game introduction movie, I'm really hoping that some of my concerns would be alleviated. But of course, it's just a movie, you know, it's not the same as actually playing the game itself. Nonetheless, I'm still really excited to take a look at this game introduction movie, and I wanted to go ahead and watch it with you guys. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do it today. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay guys, so as you can see here, you can find this game introduction movie on Tales of Crestoria's official English Twitter account. Here it's called 2_Crestoria_EN. So if you haven't yet, be sure to go ahead and follow that account so that you can be kept up to speed with different pieces of Tales of Crestoria news. But if we take a look at this tweet here, it says Tales of Crestoria Game Introduction Movie. We made a new video to introduce the Tales of Crestoria world, characters, story, and gameplay. It also features the first look at the summon feature. Now there's that summon feature that I was talking about. It really seems that they're placing a good amount of emphasis on this summon feature, whatever this battle mechanic might entail. Maybe it's not even a battle mechanic. Maybe it's the way that you call characters from previous Tales of games into your account of the game. Maybe they're gonna pull off something similar to the way that but the way that Fire Emblem Heroes did, that gotcha system that they got. Honestly, I enjoyed that. I know that a lot of people don't like these gotcha systems in their mobile games, but with Fire Emblem Heroes, it was a lot of fun. I didn't spend any money on the game, mind you, but I did find a good amount of rare drops from Fire Emblem Heroes. So maybe Tales of Crestoria is going to be doing something similar. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the video now. This game introduction video. Whoa, this is This is pretty terrifying. This is a really intense way to start out the video. Man, starting out in such a powerful and intense way. So we have the characters that we've been introduced to already. And it looks like she's that. What was that, Yuna? She's gonna be the fan service character, it looks like. Oh snap! Isn't this like the first English dub in these videos so far? All right, let's see what you got, Bandai Namco. What are you gonna show us?
Pleas from the people condemn criminals.
Man, again, Bandai Namco pulled out all of the stops for this video. Just for this game in general, man.
From the local orphanage.
It's gonna have full-on skits too. I love that.
Commit a crime.
I haven't played Tales of the Race, but I don't even know if it had this intense of a story. If the story really was something that they tackled pretty hard in Tales of the Race. But you can see here, they're treating the story similar to the way that they would any Tales of main title game. And there are all these familiar faces. Come on, give us some Tales of Symphonia love. Where's Lloyd Irving? Where's Sheena? Come on. Seeing different Tales of reps there in the silhouettes.
Throughout the story, they'll encounter, join forces, and even cross swords with several key characters.
Okay. So you've got the main story, and then you've got these side stories here with these different Tales of characters.
In the side story, you can dive into the key characters' untold adventures and struggles outside of the main story.
Huh. So they're going to be treated more as side quests.
Is
okay.
Packed with vibrant stories just waiting to unfold. But foes like the administrators of World Order would put a stop to our heroes' quests.
And these are the characters that were introduced to. Yep, this same adorable little girl, and that woman who's barely wearing anything.
The secret to overpowering them lies in teamwork.
Okay,
in the
let's.
World of Crestoria,
They're gonna show the battle system a little bit.
Stones, which are strong emotions
Maybe
or
not yet.
crystallized into mana. The strength of the emotions within the Memoria Stones can cause a character to materialize and even join your party.
Ah, okay. So this is the summoning system that they were talking about.
Memoria Stone can also enhance an existing character.
Man, look at how in-depth
Once
the battle
character has
system and the
joined your
game
party,
mechanics are
they'll
here.
definitely be an asset to Kanata and his friends.
Okay, we've seen this footage already.
Battles follow a turn-based system.
Man, again, I've got nothing against turn-based gameplay at all. My concern that I mentioned in the previous video was more that it was something unusual for a Tales of game, you know? But not gonna lie, even seeing this turn-based gameplay, it's got me excited. I'm just hoping that there's a little bit more to what they revealed on the website with the battle system. Because like I said in the previous video, when it comes to the mechanics of the battle system, there really isn't too much to it, you know? It seems to be a simple turn-based kind of style, without too much being unique to it.
Enjoy character interactions during battle, on the results screen, and more.
Well, of course they can't get rid of that stuff. Of course they can't get rid of those character interactions after each battle.
Features like character rooms and attachments to customize your adventure and deepen your bonds with the characters.
So putting on accessories on characters will help deepen your bond with these characters? Huh? Man, look at that. That's the key art, by the way, that they revealed on Twitter this morning. Dang.
Tales of Crestoria.
Coming soon. Coming soon. They don't have an official release date quite yet, unfortunately. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna take off these headphones because I don't know if you guys could tell. I hope I wasn't talking that much louder when the video was playing, but I could not hear myself at all using those headphones, and it's just this microphone that I'm using in particular. It's difficult to monitor with. But anyway, Tales of Crestoria, man, guys, what did you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. For me, I mean, I'm interested to see, again, mainly how they're going to implement these old characters from the Tales of games prior into Tales of Crestoria. Again, the addition of all of these different characters isn't necessarily a bad thing. The concern that I had mentioned in my previous video was mainly that I was afraid that they'd be a part of the main story and that their arcs or whatever would kind of cram. They try to cram all of these different arcs into the main story, and it would just feel totally bloated. But from what they explained is that you have Kanata's main story, that his main arc that you go through, that's the primary campaign. That's really the focus of Tales of Crestoria. But then you have these different side quests, you have these different side stories, and that's really where all of the skits involving the old characters really come in, where they really have a part in the plot, not necessarily of the main quest, but of the side quests. But then of course you can still use these summons, these characters in battle with you. So I think that could work. I think that that's a good way to handle the large amount of characters. Again, my main concern was just that there would be a lack of focus, and I get it, that it's really tempting to throw in all of these Tales of characters to really try to draw people into downloading the game and giving it a shot. But it seems like Bandai Namco really knows what they're doing. Bandai Namco seems to know what they're doing, and again, you can tell from the key art, from the video, that they're really doing such a good job pushing this marketing-wise. They're really, again, pulling all of the stops. It's crazy. For a mobile game, I haven't really seen this much effort aside from Fire Emblem, where developers were so amped up to push this game into the public's eyes, you know? So I'm definitely looking forward to this. For those of you that don't know, Bandai Namco did announce that they're going to be releasing this game mid-2020. So that's a little bit disappointing, especially because the original release date was December of this year. We could have had this game in the palm of our hands by this time, but of course we'd much rather prefer a game be delayed and then really enjoy the end result versus them releasing it too early and it's just a piece of crap, you know? So I have faith that Bandai Namco is going to do a great job with this game. I'm really looking forward to it, especially because it seems to be really story heavy. That's a big part of JRPGs, having a very good story. And I know that everyone has their opinions about the different stories in these different Tales of games, but I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing about the story of Kanata and Misella in this game. So again, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you excited for Tales of Crestoria? Did this video get you a little bit more amped up? This game introduction video, did it get you more amped up for the release of Tales of Crestoria? Do you still have concerns for the game? Leave some comments down below. I definitely love to read and reply to some of them. Thank you guys very much for your time. I will see you guys in the next video here on Vytera. But until then, you guys take care.